Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nuts and Bolts of the Bible. I'm Pastor Travis Volts. Today, I want to talk about something that's super important, maybe even life changing, and honestly, a little uncomfortable. I want to talk about invitations. Not just the kind you send out for birthday parties or weddings, but the kind of invitations that can totally shift someone's life, including yours. Okay, let me kick things off with a little story. Show of hands. Who here is a fan of the Andy Griffith Show? I grew up watching it with my dad, and I still get a kick out of those old episodes. There's this classic Christmas episode where Ben Weaver, basically Mayberry's resident grump, tries to get a local moonshiner thrown in jail on Christmas Eve. But instead of throwing the book at the guy, Sheriff Andy Taylor decides to move Christmas into the jailhouse so no one is left out of that celebration. Everyone pitches in, and before you know it, even old Ben Weaver ends up joining in. It's funny, heartwarming, and it really hits on what community is all about: generosity, togetherness, and making space for people who might otherwise be left out. So here's the thing. When we think about who we invite into our lives, whether that's for dinner, coffee, or just a chat, most of us stick with the people we know: friends, families, coworkers, people who look like us, think like us, or live like us. And that's normal. It's comfortable. You know what to expect. There's nothing wrong with it. But what if we shook things up? What if, instead of always inviting the same old crew, we reach out to people on the margins? You know, the folks who are lonely, who've lost someone, who've just moved into your neighborhood, or maybe walk a little different, look a little different. That's where things get interesting and challenging. Honestly, when faced with the idea of inviting someone outside of my usual circle, my mind fills up with excuses. That's awkward. I don't know them. What if it gets weird? Someone else will reach out. Maybe next time. Sound familiar? We all do it. But here's a hard truth. The biggest mistake is thinking we always have more time. Here's the real deal. The value of an invitation isn't about getting something in return. It's not, I'll invite you to my BBQ and then you'll invite me to yours. True hospitality is about giving, not trading. It's reaching out to someone who can't repay you, who might never invite you back, who just needs to know that someone sees them. Let me tell you a quick story. Not long ago, I was hanging out at a youth event and I noticed a kid off to the side, totally alone. I almost didn't say anything because, well, it felt awkward. But I walked over, got their attention, and said hi. Initially, the kid looked stunned, like, "Me? You're talking to me?" That moment really stuck with me. Sometimes just a simple hello or an invitation can mean more than we realize. It's a small thing for us, but it might be huge for someone else. They are seen. They are known. They are recognized. So what can we actually do? Well, here's where I want to get practical. Start small. Invitations don't always need to be a big formal dinner parties. Sometimes it's just dropping off a meal to a neighbor or inviting someone to grab coffee. Look for people who are left out. The new kid at school, the coworker eating alone, the neighbor who always keeps to themselves. Try volunteering. Maybe there's a food pantry or a community fridge in your neighborhood. Even just striking up a conversation with someone you meet there can be a start. Be okay with feeling a little awkward. It's normal. The important thing is to move past the excuses. Here's the heart of it. When we invite people who are different, who might feel overlooked or out of place, we're not just helping them. We're growing too. We're making our lives bigger, richer, and a whole lot more interesting. So, next time you see an empty seat, at your table, in your group chat, at church, wherever, think about who you could invite to fill it, because you never know the difference that one invitation can make. Let's be the ones who reach out, who make room, who live generous, open-hearted lives. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you have stories about unexpected invitations, or maybe times someone's reached out to you when you least expected it, I'd love to hear them. Till next time, keep inviting, keep loving, and keep making space for everyone. And stay in the Word daily. It will save your life. Bye-bye.